2 different warm-ups. This will be your even exercise day warm-up. So we're going to start with a windshield wiper. You're going to lay down on your back, arms spread out to the sides. I want you to focus on keeping your back on the ground the whole time. All right, ready? Go. All we're going to do is just let your knees fall off to the side, but you're going to do a great job maintaining control of your core by pushing your back into the ground the whole time. Good, about halfway there. If you do get uncomfortable during this, you can always put a towel or a sweatshirt or something underneath your back, but we're not doing it for so long that it should be a problem. Very good. Now we'll do our high plank shoulder tap. A high plank means we're doing a plank in a push-up position. So you're going to have straight arms. Our athlete's arms are a little bit far forward. Her wrists are not really under her shoulders. So I'm going to recommend you get them under your shoulders. And then we're going to alternate tapping opposite shoulder. Ready, go. As we go through this, do your best to keep both hips the same distance from the ground. It is tough to balance because you only have one hand and 2 feet on the ground at a time. But if you widen your feet just a little bit, brace your core, you shouldn't have too much trouble keeping yourself balanced. If you struggle with this at any point, please feel free to take a break. 3, 2, 1, time. Now we'll go to our hip adduction. That's our groin. So we're going to lay on your side just like you see here. You're going to bend your top leg and pull it up towards your hips. And then you're just going to lift nice and slowly that bottom leg. You're going to be working that hip adductor muscle. Ready, go. It doesn't matter which side you start with, but here on screen we have you starting on your left side. Take your time. Our athlete's going somewhat fast. You can go even a little bit slower. We don't need to get too many more than 10 reps or so here. We want you to take your time and do it the right way. Very good. Okay, just flip yourself over. We'll do the same thing. Ready, go. Nice and slow. Keep your legs straight. Don't let that knee bend. You should really feel it on the upper part of your inner thigh. That's that adductor muscle. About 5 seconds to go here. You're looking great. It's a tough exercise, not one that we do too often, but a really good one. And time. Now just roll over onto your back. You're going to bend your knees. Keep your feet flat on the ground. I want you to drive your hips up towards the ceiling before you even start. And then you're going to alternate marching from one leg to the other. Ready, go. As you march, your hips are going to want to drop and raise and move in all different directions. Your job is to keep them as still as possible. We don't want those hips to be at different heights at any point in the movement. You can even see our athlete resets herself a few times just to maybe give herself a little reminder of the right technique. She's going at a good speed, 1 step every couple of seconds. This is all about stability. There's no rush. Good. Next, we'll do our 180-degree jump. So you're going to stand up, and all we're going to do is jump 180 degrees, so a complete turnaround, so you're facing the opposite direction, and then jump forward. And you can jump over your right shoulder, and then looking over your left shoulder, switching back and forth each time if it helps you. Good. You should be going now. When you land, we want you to land soft and focus on keeping both knees over your feet. Not letting them rotate despite all those forces that are telling your body to let your knees rotate. We want to stay nice and stable. And time. Next we'll do our lateral fast feet. Some people call this a scissor fast feet, but all we're going to do is move from side to side within a small space, alternating which foot is forward and which foot is backward. Ready, go. A lot of choppiness here with this exercise, but that doesn't mean we can't have nice soft feet. So do your best to keep your feet really soft, protect that body. Get your body moving a little bit. It's a great way to warm up that core body temperature, but it's also a good way to think about where your feet are landing, the positioning of your body, making sure that you're maintaining good posture, all those things that really go into being a great athlete. Just a couple more reps to go, and then our final exercise. Finally, we'll do our side shuffle. I want you to have your toes facing forward the whole time. Even if you only have a couple feet, you can see here, like our athlete on the screen, that's no problem. A couple feet is plenty of space, just moving side to side. Ready, go. As you do this exercise, I want you to keep your hips a little bit further back than the rest of your body. Pull your head up towards the ceiling to keep your spine nice and straight, and point your toes directly forward. Keep it up. You're doing a great job. Only a couple reps to go before we get to our workout. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Enjoy the.
All right, everyone, what's going on? It's day 8 of the Move Better, Play Better fall program. We're going to go through agility stuff. We've got some acceleration, deceleration. We got upper body. We're going to hit that pretty hard, so hope you're ready for it. And then we're going to go through core before we send you off to your cool down. So let's get started with our acceleration, deceleration. We're kind of combining them together. So we're going to do a position or sport-specific start. So you're going to do a little bit of an acceleration out of your starting position. For most of us, that might just be an athletic position, that quarter squat. You're going to take off and run, and then you're going to do a 3-step deceleration. We're going to do 4 rounds of that. If you are a tennis player and you want to start in a serve and then take off and run, you can do that. If you're a football player and you want to start in a 3-point stance, you can do that. But like I said, for most of us, it's just going to be a quarter squat athletic stance like this. Take off, run, 3-step deceleration. We're going to do it 4 times. Ready? Go. Okay, so there's 4. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a jump stop. So start in your position. I'll start over here now just to change it up a little bit. So start in your position, and then we'll do a jump stop when you get a few steps, after a few steps. When we jump stop, hips go back immediately, and we keep our spine nice and strong. Two more to go. Probably goes without saying, but that start, we want to end up like that 45-degree angle we were in, the falling starts we did, same thing, but now we're just starting at a more natural position. All right, good. There's our agility stuff. Take a second. We're going to move on to our upper body now. So we're going to do a push-up, 4 sets of 8. If you need to go knee push-up, that's fine. Make sure you have a pad. But 4 sets of 8 is pretty serious. It's a lot of volume. I feel like we've earned it. We've worked our way up from whatever we were doing, 4 sets of 7 knee push-ups or 5 to 7 knee push-ups. So if you need to go less than 8, that's okay. But if you can get 8, that's awesome. And then we're going to do 4 sets of 6, T's wise, eyes bent over. We did that on the first upper body workout. So this is going to be sort of a refresher of that, just kind of challenge ourselves. But all right, what do you say? Let's get going. So 4 sets of 8, and then 4 sets of 6 on the T's wise, eyes. Get yourself into a comfortable push-up position. All right, let's do it. Our bent over T's wise eyes are sort of in that quarter squat, pushing our hips back, keeping our spine long and strong. A good squeeze at the top before you come back down. There's 6 T's. If you want to go TYI, TYI like that, that's fine. I'm just going all my T's, then all my Y's, then all my I's. All right. There's one round done. On that push-up, think about our great plank position that we've been doing. All right, so don't let your hips fall forward and your belly button stick out. Just keep your body in a straight line. 5 to 8, if you can get 8, that's awesome. Ready, go. All right, this time I will alternate T, Y, and I each time. Just 6 here. Check your spine, pull your head up if you need to. Breath, make sure you're breathing appropriately. All right, halfway through. Another round of push-ups. If it's getting too hard at this point, remember you've got options. Cut your reps down a little bit. Instead of doing 8, maybe do 5. Or grab that pad and do a knee push-up. Just remember when you do that knee push-up, pull your feet up to your butt and get yourself onto the top of your knees. It just makes it a little more of a natural movement. All right, back to our T's, Y's, and I's. Straight spine, good breathing, take your time on this. First one, we're gonna get 6 of each letter. Very good. Okay, last round coming up. Catch your breath if you need to. This is going to be the hardest one, obviously. All right, catch your breath. We'll get one more round. T's, Y's, and I's after that. And then we'll finish with our core exercise. Superset. All right, 8 more push-ups if you got it in. All right, and then 6 T's, 6 Y's, 6 I's. one. Spine long. All right. Last thing we have today is a little core superset. It's going to be 30-second plank. Excuse me, we'll go 30-second high plank on one side, straight into a 30-second plank, both arms down, and then a 30-second high side plank on the other side. So if you feel uncomfortable with the high plank, you could do the side plank, the regular plank version of it, which we did last time. Remember, we did 20 seconds side, 20 seconds on our elbows, 20 seconds on the other side. So same idea, we're just doing the higher version of it for a little bit longer. If you're struggling to hold it the whole time, that is totally fine. Just take a rest, pop back up when you feel good. I've got the timer. This is where our high side plank is going to start, just like this. Ready, go. Hold that position, pushing this bottom hip, actively pushing it away from the ground. Just do your best to breathe here. Seconds to go. 2, 1. Right into the high plank. Other side. There we go. Keep your body in a straight line. Actively push that bottom hip away from the floor. Relax for a second. Do that same thing, or try to get 2 more rounds. It's pretty tough. If you need to shorten it, if you need to take a break at any point, just do it. Otherwise, keep fighting through. You don't have to hold any of those positions any longer than 30 seconds, which I think mentally makes it a little bit easier. All right. What do you say? We go back to the side plank on the right side. Another 10 seconds or so. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Set it a lot, but pushing that lower hip away from the floor. Keep your hips forward. You want to be able to draw a straight line through, right between your eyes, your nose, right between your legs, down to your feet. Just 3 seconds, 2, 1. All right, out of the high plank. Okay, halfway through this one. Four, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Push that bottom hip away. Put your arm down, that's fine. You can also have it up in the air if you do. 10 seconds. And time. All right, last round. We'll give you about 30 seconds to recover before we get to that. At this point, I'll tell you, as soon as we finish this day 8, you're going to be going through the next 8 classes with our colleague Connor, based out of HSS West Palm Beach down in Florida. We're going to wish you the best of luck. We hope these last 8 sessions have really set you up for success through the second third of your season. And then you'll see us a little bit more after those couple of sessions with Connor as we wrap up the fall season. But, all right, what do you say? We'll get back, finish this final round of day 8 today. Let's get into that high side plank. Ready to go. Keep breathing. Push that bottom hip away from the ground. 10 seconds left here. Need a break, take it if you can push through. 3, 2, 1. Down to the high plank. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, last 30 seconds here. Halfway. That's all we have for today. It's been a great 8 sessions working with you. We're going to pass you over to Connor starting next week, and we will hopefully see you guys really soon. In the meantime, enjoy the cool down and
upper body cool down. I hope you had a great workout. We're going to start with an overhead triceps stretch. So all you're going to do is just bring your left arm up over your head, maybe put your left hand on the back of your upper back. We'll get a nice stretch. Ready, go. Some people like to pull down on their elbow. In this case, we're just recommending that you put a little bit of light pressure from the side is just fine. You're going to feel that stretch in the back of your upper arm, one way or another. Don't go too crazy, just get a nice stretch. We worked those triceps a lot today, push-ups, all those sorts of things. Put a lot of stress on the triceps, so it's a good chance to just relax and help those muscles start to recover. About a quarter of the way through, and all we're going to do is just switch to the other side. Okay, and switch. Your right arm's going to be bent, right hand behind your upper back or your neck. Getting a nice stretch in the back of the right upper arm. Just about halfway on this side. Doing great. Good deep breaths while you do those stretches. All right. Now we'll go to our shoulder stretch. Very similar. We're just going to pull that left arm across your chest this time. You feel a nice stretch in the back of your shoulder. Think about having good posture. It's always good to practice that. We're going to hold it for 45, taking deep breaths the whole time. Ready, go. Good. Keep it up. Nice stretch in the back of that left shoulder. About a quarter of the way through, and then we'll switch sides. And again, you can always come back to these cool down stretches if you like them. Do them again. If you're a little sore tomorrow, you want to do them again, by all means, go for it. All right, let's switch sides to your right shoulder now. Pull your head up nice and tall. Take deep breaths. Pull that right arm nice and close to your body. Feel a good stretch. You definitely deserve it after that tough upper body session today. After this, we're actually going to be on the ground for our final exercise. We'll get a scorpion stretch on the left and the right. Just be prepared. A couple seconds, we're going to drop down onto the ground. All right, very good. Lay on your stomach, arms out nice and wide. You're going to bring your left leg as close to your right hand as possible. So you see our athlete here doing the opposite. And if you do the wrong side, it doesn't matter. We're going to get both sides. Ready? Go. This will give you a nice stretch down, really down the front of your body, across your body. Deep breaths. Very good. With only about a quarter of the way to go, then we have our last exercise for our upper body cool down. Just gonna obviously switch sides, make sure we get the other side. Very good, and switch. Now we have our scorpion on the right side, so you're going to look a little bit more like the athlete here. You're going to have your hands out wide. You're going to take that right leg. You're going to bring it over towards your left hand. Feel a nice stretch all down the front of your body and some of those parts of your body where we used when we were doing any sort of rotational exercises. You'll feel a good stretch there too. Beyond halfway here, almost done. Keep taking deep breaths. Some of this cool down stuff can take a little bit of patience, but it's really valuable. It can go a long way in helping you recover, improving your flexibility, all the stuff that we want. All right, and that wraps us up. Thanks so much. Hope you had an awesome workout. Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining us for today's class. If you have a second and you can scan the QR code on the screen, could you please fill out a quick survey to give us a little bit of feedback about today's class so that we can continue making these classes better for you. So please take a second, scan this, fill out that survey and send it in for us. All right, thanks so much. We'll see you at the next class.